Federal agencies deepening their investigations into the fraud of Minnesota. Even the Small Business Administration involved as well, using advanced computing to help track it all down.
The agency has already suspended nearly 7,000 Minnesota-based borrowers related to the COVID-era Paycheck Protection Program and SBA's economic injury disaster loans, and more may be on the horizon.
For more, let's bring in Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler. Administrator, fantastic to see you in person. So we hit the numbers. 6,900 borrowers suspended, about, $400 million in alleged fraud. We want to see jail time for these people as well. Is that on the way?
Look, this is in the future. There's handcuffs and jail time coming, because what we saw when we dug into it, it didn't take long when we scratched the surface, within 2 days, to find $3 million worth of fraud. Then it accumulated up to $430 million, 7,000 fraudulent borrowers. That's in one state. So we're getting to work, taking a deeper dive. We're sending those files over to federal law enforcement for prosecution, and then we're going on to the next state, and we're going to continue to follow through on this, because this is pandemic era fraud that the Biden administration tried to sweep under the rug, and it took money from deserving Main Street businesses. And we know how hard our small businesses work. They make up 99% of all the businesses in all of our states across the country.
And you've got a new way to kind of track the fraud or find the fraud. Is this sort of like an AI-enabled? I'm very interested in that, because that was kind of the promise of DOGE, right? Get better at rooting out the bad guys, and that's helping you in this.
Well, that's right, Brian. Look, DOGE was a really important initiative because it was data-driven. It allowed us who run agencies to come in, have the information at our fingertips that we need, and then to make those decisions based on data. And the same goes for fraud. We need the data to detect the fraud. The SBA is one of the largest lenders in the federal government. In fact, we're connected to 5,000 banks. We have all the lending data. We're able to use that to connect it through Palantir and to drive that investigation much more quickly, because we owe this to the American people. We owe it to them now. We know they want to see people locked up, and we want to get there.
The SBA is also working with the Department of War to end the, quote, oldest DEI program in the federal government. It's 8A, the socially and economically disadvantaged contractor program. Tell us more about that and what you're doing with Secretary Hegseth.
Look, 8A, Secretary Hegseth is exactly right. I'm really proud to partner with Pete and GSA, other federal agencies who are leading the charge in investigating the 8A socially and economically disadvantaged contracting program. It's about $40 billion worth of annual contracting. These are pass-through companies, shell companies, people who hide behind someone that say there's something that they're not. This program should not exist in its current format. The Biden administration expanded the limits from 5% of federal contracting to 15%. It grew out of control. We announced a 15-year look-back audit. It's a 45-year-old program that has never been audited. We are auditing it now, and there's going to be more news breaking on this soon.
Okay, so talk about the coming.
You want to break it here before? Wait, you want to break?
Yes, sorry.
It's not ready for prime time, but we'll go there. Okay. We'll go there soon.
Okay, we're very interested in this. We want to know more about 2026. What small businesses can expect this year from SBA, and I hope you'll tell us a little bit more about how they can expect the government to not waste taxpayer money on people who don't deserve it.
Well, look, first of all, this investigation into fraud is an all-of-government approach under President Trump, because the Biden administration refused to do it. And I think this is one of the great victories of the first year in the Trump administration, is we are cracking down on fraud, and there are going to be penalties, fines, prosecutions. But more importantly, 2026, this year, small businesses across this country are spring-loaded. And I've walked factory floors from Maine to Alaska. I'll have been in 10 states this year already by the end of this week. Small businesses are grateful for the tax cuts, for the tariffs, for deregulation, and now they're talking about the need for a skilled workforce, because they're so spring-loaded to hire and ready to go, because the tax cuts were really rocket fuel for Main Street. And President Trump is a businessman. He has common sense. He knew what it was going to take to get this economy kick-started. He brought prices down. We're just getting started. There's still a lot more to do there. But what we're looking at now is a 2026 that is going to be one for the record books.
Is there one headwind that you hear about from them? And I'm just as an example, interest rates, longer-term interest rates, have, at least today, have started heading in the wrong direction.
Well, look, today's one day does not a track record make, but more importantly, access to capital is really the lifeblood of small business. It's what they need. And so when interest rates are artificially high, as they are now, because inflation's falling, price levels are down, businesses want to invest. In fact, the SBA put out record capital in 2025. We did it with 52% reduction in our workforce, and small businesses want to invest and grow. So those interest rates coming down are going to be critical. The deregulatory effort that's underway is going to be huge for small business because Biden added trillions of regulations to small business.
You know, I want to play 20 questions on what that big announcement is, and I know we don't have time for it now, but I hope you bring it back to us because we love in this program more than anything else rooting out fraud. It's personal at this point, I would say, as a Minnesotan.
Absolutely, yes. In fact, I call waste, fraud, and abuse, I call it lying, cheating, and stealing because that's what it is, and the American people know it.
It is. Administrator Kelly Loeffler, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.